Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Scaranoia. It is I, Hugz, and as always, I'm accompanied by Jared and Chris. And today, I really mean it when I say we got another banger episode because, well, guys, I got some bad news. Okay?
We're canceled.
Damn it.
It is the end of the world. We have an apocalypse.
Oh,
The zombie apocalypse is upon us.
oh, no.
And today we are going to go over the Scaranoia Zombie Survival Guide. Okay, we're going to go over what we would do basically in a zombie apocalypse. I want to talk about some different scenarios of the zombie apocalypse and what we would do, what your game plan is, what if you have plans that you've already made before. This is something I always do with my friends. We've kind of talked about zombie things in the past before, the government, conspiracies and things of that nature. But I'm just very interested in some of these because there's a lot of things that go into this. Is this something you guys have talked to with your friends or something you thought about, or is this something just in your own head? You're like, what would I do?
I've never talked about it with anybody, but I've always kind of had a little bit of an idea, like just playing through games and stuff. So, yeah, I don't
Are you
know.
a prepper?
I'd like to believe so.
Okay, Jared, are you a doomsday prepper, Jared?
Did you say a pause? Did you say a pecker?
A prepper.
Prepper.
Okay. I was about to say. I heard something else. I was like, oh, dude. I'm so ready for the zombie apocalypse, bro. Like, I've watched enough Cobra Kai. I've watched enough zombie movies to know
Does
what
Cobra
would
Kai
happen.
have zombies in it?
Johnny Lawrence taught me karate, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready, man.
Okay. So one of the first questions we need to determine, and I think Jared will understand this maybe a little more. I don't know what all you've seen. Have you seen like 28 Days Later and stuff like that, Crispy?
Nope.
Okay. So we got to go into what type of zombies, okay? Because the first thing is like, if it's like Night of the Living Dead or like Walking Dead zombies, I feel like those are kind of less threatening, as much as like non-threatening as a zombie can be. They're much less threatening than something like 28 Days Later, where they're like rage-based zombies.
Yeah, and they're fast.
Yeah.
The Left 4 Dead zombies are nasty too, bro. They explode and
Yeah.
them are tough. Them are definitely tough.
Then you have like The Last of Us, which is like, kind of a little different. They're like the fungal spore-based zombies. And then World War Z, like they're another like viral zombie, but they're like intelligent. Also, you can think of there's like, I'm trying to think, what is it? Silent Hill, I don't think they would necessarily be zombies.
No.
I'm trying to think of like, but like that type of creature where they're like, somewhat sentient, undead things. But I would say for this example, let's just say at least for the first scenario, maybe if we have time, we'll go into the other. I say we do traditional zombies. I say we do traditional like Night of the Living Dead, Walking Dead. These are just the reanimated corpses of the recently deceased. Okay?
Fine
Is that
with
cool
that.
with you, Jared?
Fine with that, yeah.
But I feel like that is an important distinction to make because
Oh, for sure.
across a lot of zombie tropes, there are a lot of different types of
Because if I'm fighting Zombieland zombies compared to 28 weeks later zombies, that's going to be two different ways of survival.
Yeah. Also, Zombieland, phenomenal films. Another we haven't.
Yes, sir.
I don't think we've talked about Zombieland at all in the show before.
We haven't. It's because
I haven't
Crispy ain't
seen
watched it.
That is a movie I would watch with you guys if we watch it because I love it. I've seen it numerous times. Have you seen the second one?
Yeah, I love both of them. I love both of them so much.
Well, I was just about to name drop somebody, but I don't want to spoil it. But there's a certain person that cameos Chicago legend in the first one.
The Michael Jordan?
No. But
That's a Chicago legend right there, baby. Straight from North
Yeah.
Carolina.
One
was
of the
gonna
best
say,
cameos of all time, too.
but very good, and I love those movies, and also makes me think about Twinkies all the time. But anyway, we're going into this. I want to start with Jared, okay? So our first thing, I want to know where you're starting out. If you envision the zombie apocalypse, I'm going to let you decide where this starts at, Okay. And then what are your first 24 hours looking like?
Okay. So I think the best place for the zombie apocalypse to happen is in the White House. Washington,
Okay.
D.C., because I believe they probably have zombies underneath the White House anyway, somewhere, somehow.
Okay.
But they escape. Right? And I'm in Washington, D.C., visiting Batista. Just for, I don't know, Batista's from Washington, D.C. I'm just there visiting my good bud, Batista. And he was in
Okay.
by the way, he was in a zombie movie, Army of the Dead on Netflix.
Did
But
he
anyway,
want the zombie apocalypse? Because you got to give him what he wants.
but anyways, so the first 24 hours, the first 24 hours of a zombie apocalypse, there's not going to be probably much chaos. You
Okay.
know, you're going to hear like rumblings on your Tic Tac, on your twatters, and all that stuff. And
Okay.
I think that's where you prepare. You start just batting down the hatches of whatever place you're at. You put up armored walls. You get all the guns that you can, all the
Okay.
weapons you can, all the food you can, and then you prepare out for after the 24 hours. Because after the 24 hours is up, I think that's when the chaos ensues.
So you batten down. That's what you do immediately. You're
Yeah,
setting in place.
yeah.
Okay. Crispy, what about you? How does the start of yours go? Where's your initial scenario start out?
So I was thinking, right, because Jared, my first thought was like, I'm gonna go to like a big stadium, because I'm gonna be in the dead center, and there's a lot of reinforced area outside already. But I'm like, Jared's got a good point. White House has, a lot to it. There's some, I'm sure there's some bunkers there. I'm gonna start at the Mall of America. They've got everything in it. Okay, they've got
Okay.
everything in it, including excuse me, like a roller coaster. Right?
Okay.
I'm chilling on that roller. No, I'm kidding. But like,
Just never ending, never since there's just zombies just chasing you on the roller coaster.
but
Just for like, it goes on for like 7 weeks and you just never get off the roller coaster. People like throwing you food as it like goes by.
but think about it, right? Mall of America, largest mall in the country. They've got everything, right? They've got stores, so you've got your clothing, you've most likely got food, you've got, hunting and stuff like that. You've got everything you
You got
need.
hunting.
Hunting supplies. I forgot the word
Yeah.
supplies. Sue
But
me.
You
what I
got
do gotta
you got
ask,
hunting.
why do you have to worry about clothes? I'm going full nude in the zombie apocalypse. All rules
They're
are off
gonna
the
Okay.
grab your
table.
pecker.
He's just gonna be out there doing the
Too
helicopter.
small.
You know?
They couldn't grab it.
Look,
It's
bro,
like an RC
I'm
copter.
I'm I'm layering up, especially if they're coming for that bite. They're gonna have a lot of layers, not a lot, okay, but a few layers they got to get through if they get close enough. But that mall has everything you need. I'm spending the first 24 hours, like Jared said, I'm battening down the hatches. I'm getting everything sealed off in the right areas and stuff. And I'm not just going around. I'm going up too, because I'm pretty sure if you don't, they're gonna climb. They're gonna try to climb, I believe. So
So you
we're
guys are a little different because you're in like a much larger place with a lot more people. I'm going different than both of you guys. So let's
you're
say
going to the woods, aren't you?
I would want to start at home. Okay, so my family used to own a ton of property like way out in the middle of nowhere, like upper North Michigan, right? Like out 800 people live in like the whole township, something like that. I don't know how many it is now. Shout out Akiak Township, Akiak County, whatever it is.
Are you like casting a spell?
That is true. You know, Ravenclaw represent. We I would say it would have to start where I am now. Of course, I live in the suburban Chicago because I want to get supplies and then bug out. So I'm not going to batten in place. The thing that I fear is you guys are picking places where people are, and that freaks me out.
See,
Okay, I want to get away from where other people are.
my thought is, if we're in a zombie apocalypse and it's going down, people have already fled the mall because they all have a similar thought of like going home, getting all my stuff, and then figuring it out. I'm
Or run
envisioning
into the
an
mall.
I'm envisioning an empty mall here. That's the scenario I'm going
Okay.
with. It's empty. I'm the only one there, but everything is at my disposal.
Well, because my worry would be not even like trusting other people. Because let's say it's even like all of our friend group. Let's say we could pick 20 of our best, closest friends to go.
That's
Out
too
of the
many.
top, well, let's just say,
That's-
because I'm thinking Mall of America, like it's a huge
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
You would need that many people to secure a place that large,
True.
right? Even the White House, you would need more than 20 people from Mall of America. But let's say White House, 20 people secure the White House, right? If it was just us, but think even just our friend group, if we pick 20 people, at least 4 of those people are dumb as hell. And I love all of you. I'm sorry.
drafting
I love
Sean
so
Pittman
many of
number
you.
1 overall because I don't have to be fast. I just have to outrun him, and he would make a good zombie feast. Shout out Shawnee
But
P.
but here I'm going though. Shout out Shiny P though. But here I'm saying though, so I got to worry about somebody getting bit. Like I got to worry about somebody just doing something dumb, and we're like defending the place, and we're trying to stay away, and they go out and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to fight this one, or I'm gonna try to like, do whatever."
It would be
And
Dude's
they're
gonna
gonna end
go
up
to
getting
the
bit.
zombie in a helicopter, and
Yeah,
they're
like
gonna.
that's what I'm worried about. Though I'm worried about something like that. It's not even necessarily because the next part that I'm going to get into kind of feeds into that. But yeah, we'll skip around. I was going to do something else first, but we'll do this. We'll start with you, Jared. Are you trusting other people? Are you trying to find allies? Are you sticking with your family? Are you bringing in other people? Are you trying to get friends? Are you trying to get your neighbors?
Oh, yeah. So right now, it's me and Dave Batista in my scenario. We're just chilling. He's talking to me about how I'm supposed to be his friend and stuff. But we're taking in everybody because like
Okay.
they can't take me and him. Like, if just look at us. We're punching holes in the drywall. We're ready for it. Like we have took like some experimental stuff, and we are psyched up for this zombie apocalypse. Like you don't know the amount of testosterone that is going through my blood in this zombie apocalypse. So I'm trusting whoever because if I find out they got bit, they ain't gonna want to mess with me.
Okay. Fair enough. Crispy, what are you doing?
I, I'm still trying to process the mental image of Jared and Dave Batista in my head. Like,
I like to
Exactly.
envision Batista's also in like full Drax makeup from like like they were on the set
I feel
of
like the
like
only
Guardian
thing I
7 or
feel like
something.
in that the only thing they're missing is Samoa Joe's sweet tooth from Twisted Metal. You have that. If that's the 3 of you guys, yeah, nothing is touching you guys.
Also, to the non-wrestling fans, my apologies, but I've seen Batista take out entire groups of people my entire life with a chain gun with nobody there, just going like. So all we need is him to actually be able to do it. Okay.
All right, so my main focus first is family, making sure they're okay.
Okay. Making sure
I
they're
feel
okay or bringing them to you. Like, are you connecting?
that's where I'm mentally torn. Like I would want them with me for sure, but I would also
Did
need
anybody
to,
come with you to the Mall of America, or were you by yourself?
I mean, initially I was there by myself, okay, but no,
Oh, wow, what a
I
selfish man.
because I gotta make sure everything's good first. I'm putting myself
Okay.
on the front line of danger. So
Okay.
yes, I would bring them with me, but I would also have to be trusting of other people. I feel like I would start, with some close friends, maybe like distant relatives. I need people to put in the work, but also that I know that I could sacrifice for mine and my family's safety if need
Okay.
be.
Shawnee
So
P, sorry, brother.
sorry, buddy. But yeah, so I'm definitely going immediate family is top priority, and then everybody like close friends. Like if I could bring you guys and we're all good, then perfect. Because we'll fight. The
I
3 of
didn't
us
answer
would
my
fight
phone.
this
I'm sorry.
together.
I didn't answer my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay. Shocker,
You
right?
you left me a message that you were at the Mall of America. I was like, all right, he'll be fine.
I'm too busy hanging with Dave Batista. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah. sorry.
I'm
All
mad
right.
at
Well,
Jared
you know
because
what?
he didn't invite me to hang with Batista, so I don't answer if Jared calls me either.
But he's calling you to hang with Dave Batista, though.
I'm like, it's too late at this point. There's
But
already
yeah.
been too much time that I could have had with Batista that I no longer can have with Batista.
But yes.
So what about you, Jared? What do you
What
are
am I?
you? Yeah,
You
like
already
are
asked him.
you? Oh, my bad.
He
Sorry,
went first. Remember
I'm
Dave
thrown off because he
Bautista?
has Dave
And he's
Bautista.
bringing
Yeah,
everybody.
my bad. He's bringing everybody because nobody can take him and Batista.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm completely thrown off at the thought of Okay, so I'll tell you, the moment I got thrown off was me saying I'm not going to trust people, and you saying Jared would be the person to run up and helicopter the zombie, and then he's going to get bit. It was at that point, all I'm envisioning now is Drax, full Drax makeup, Jared also in Drax makeup, completely naked, running at zombies, just helicoptering and getting bit. That is all I've been able to envision now for the last 3.5 minutes. So
Don't worry, my story hasn't even reached its climax yet. Like, y'all's not even prepared for
don't
my
say
zombie.
climax after we have that conversation. Helicopter Jared not reached his climax yet. Okay, so what I would say, I'm definitely going to call people, and so I may not answer when you call because I've already called you. I'm like, hey, this is what you need to do, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's going to be, I would take my immediate family. I would take my immediate family, and then, luckily, most of my family's all dead. So I'm pretty sure, I'm solid plan on that.
Maybe they're the zombies.
They could be. That's right. That's who I have to defeat. That's the ultimate right there.
Dude, I had a sweet tune music, my grandma.
Luckily, my family was cremated, so I'm very lucky there. I was already ready. I pre-eliminated. There's no gulag. So the way that I look at it, I grab my immediate family, including Sean Pittman, who obviously we are related, and that would be the place to go. If he didn't live 34 hours of a drive away from me, which that is a factual statement, he is a 34-hour drive from where I live. He would probably survive better than all of us because he lives out in the middle of absolute nowhere. Even if every person that died in the last 20 years came back to life, it'd be like 4.5 people. I grab my immediate family, I get supplies. The reason I want to start here is because suburban Chicago, we have everything here. So we can get a bunch of supplies and then just bug out, right? That would be all I would do. I wouldn't want to trust people, but I would want to call my friends and be like, hey, make sure you guys are finding somewhere secure. I'd make sure whatever, because I'll get into our next part of that here in a few minutes, but that feeds into something else that happens later. Okay. So we have our allies, or lack of. We have our family. What is your first thing that you need to get, Crispy? What are the things you need to make sure? What supplies, top 3, have to have right away?
Okay. So, top 3 supplies I need to have right away. For starters, you gotta have water, okay? Because you gotta be able to stay hydrated through the whole thing.
I saw it, Jared.
What?
You did the thumbs up and did so then Jared went.
So you gotta have water. I don't want to waste 1 and 2 on water and food. Are we talking about only for the first 24 hours? Or are we talking overall?
We're talking the first 3 things you want to secure that you think are going to lead to the best success long term.
Water, food, and ammunition.
But no weapons.
I will makeshift weapons if I have to.
He's throwing bullets
but you
at
need
him.
the ammunition. Hold on. What weapons are you going to makeshift that you have ammunition for? Are you going to cobble together a wooden pistol? What are you talking about?
Here's the thing, though. You're throwing me off here because I need more than 3 things to secure. I'm in the Mall of America, okay? I have the Mall of America. That's all I need to secure. That's one thing.
What if all the malls are shut down and locked? All the stores are shut down and locked. You can only grab 3 things.
We're in anarchy, baby boy. I'm breaking in. You're not stopping
It's going to take you a while to break into these shops there because they have those little gate, the little X,
I'm calling up Jared and Dave
things.
Bautista, and they're coming through.
We ain't coming.
All right, so Crispy's top 3 are water, food, ammunition, and Mall of America. Jared, what about you?
Okay, number 1, the main course is I'm going to every gas station and literally taking every single can of Busch Light they have. That's the number 1 thing on.
Priorities matter. Priorities.
That's
It's
the
like
main
Twinkies in
thing.
Zombieland. It's like Twinkies.
Exactly. I'm going out to the bush light. Number two is guns. You know, guns. And at number three is probably the most crucial, important thing: toilet paper. Because I'm not walking around with a nasty ass.
Hold
Sorry,
on,
just not doing
hold
it.
on. I've
What's
got
the
the
worst part of the
ammunition.
zombie apocalypse? Swamp ass.
That's right.
I've got the ammunition, no guns. He's got the guns and no ammunition.
I'll
No, no.
find ammunition. I'm breaking
Oh,
into
but I can't
places.
makeshift guns, right? That's just wild behavior to think that somebody can makeshift guns, but you can find it. Okay, okay, okay. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Okay, Jared.
So I would go more the Daryl Dixon route. Because again, in my uncle's, I think he was like competitive bow hunter or something. I don't know them. He died when I was very young. Okay, but they had deer blinds all over the property they used to have when I was a kid. Okay, and so I'm like, that's the smart thing. You're out in the woods. You got blinds. You got some bows. Bows and arrows. I think is very important, especially if you're going to be out in the middle of nowhere. And it's silent, so you draw less attention.
So you're
Okay.
going to the woods because all you said was you were getting your family and getting out. You never really specified where.
Well, so I said northern Michigan to a place where there was like 800 people that lived in the
Oh yeah,
entire
that's right. That's right. My
township.
apologies. My
So,
apologies. Yes, yes. That's right. That's right. My bad, dog. My bad.
basically middle of nowhere. But also, I'm envisioning a very specific place because it, like there was a lake, there's like a little island in the middle of the lake too. Like I would go there, but you never know, you might get trapped. But I'm thinking like guns and ammunition, they make noise. I feel like that brings more. So I'm thinking like bow hunting. You know what I mean? Especially like composite bows. I feel like the normal layman can do it. It would be easy, be easier than teaching someone how to properly use firearms. You know what I mean? Because some of those can be more difficult to use than others. I feel like point and shoot is about as easy as it gets with a bow and arrow. You just load the, you know what I mean? It's pretty simple. And then I feel like good weapons will get you anything else. But because we're not dealing with an area with a lot of people, I would say being out in the woods, I would go somewhere that has a water source. I would definitely set up somewhere near water. And then I feel like, having bow and arrow, being near water, you're already going to have a food source because you'll be able to fish, you'll be able to hunt the things that are coming to the fresh water. So my third one, probably try to find gas because Jared, I thought, was going down that same route of gasoline, going to gas stations to get gasoline. I was like, oh, that's smart. That's what I would do. But
No,
then he's
bush
like,
light
bush light.
guns, bush light guns, and toilet paper.
Toilet paper smart though, because some things, there's the mental aspect to it, of like how long can you outlast the mental aspect. If you have the creature comforts, bush light and toilet paper, and if you drink enough bush light, you need that toilet paper.
Yeah, you ever had the beer shits? It's not fun.
Well, let's be honest. This episode of Scaranoia brought to you by Bush Light Beer Shits. Not a sponsor, probably still won't be. But so those would be probably my first three because I feel like gasoline is going to be, a finite resource, especially like even during major incidents now. Like, I've lived through the ice storm in Texas, I've lived through hurricanes in Louisiana, and it's like gasoline's the first thing that people are all runs out quick and everybody wants. You know what I mean? Because I'm still going to want to be able to, out there, we probably want to get like four-wheelers, something like that, something easy, doesn't take as much gas. But yeah, that's probably what I'd want to use. I don't know, it'd be difficult because if you, what would you guys, well, you guys are batting down. I'm kind of out in the woods ish, so I'd want a little vehicle to be able to get around. But it's like I don't want to truck.
Man, I'm in the Mall of America. I'm trucking around. Maybe a Segway like Paul Blart.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm
Are
here.
you mall copping? Are you mall copping?
I'm gonna fucking just. Whoa.
Okay.
We have our own. Scaranoia has its own Paul Blart here. Jared knows the lore.
Hello, guys.
Jared is the official, the Paulist of all Paul Blarts. Okay. So what is your long-term key to success, Crispy? Like, what do you think? So you got your first three items. What happens in your plan? What is your long term? Do you fight it out in the mall? Do you continue stay? Like, what do you think?
I don't know because I guess it's just to survive as long as I can before I have
Like,
to
do you think
like.
that's a defensible area, the Mall of America? Do you think you could
I
defend
don't.
the
I've never
entire?
been there. I've just seen like videos
But
and
it's
show.
huge. It's just this
That's what I'm saying. Like,
massive. There's a lot of points of entry. I feel like.
yeah, that's fair. Um, I think it's a good start, but ultimately, I would have to move on to something more secluded, to like kind of like what you're doing, because you have something where you've got, and plus, if you're out in the open and you have a better view of what's going on, then you know what to expect rather than, like you said, the multiple points of entry. So I'm stocking up, I'm surviving, getting through to a point to where we can get out, and then once we can, boom, we're off somewhere else. Where at, I
Okay,
don't know. We're just hitting the open road.
Jared, you and Batista gonna hang out in the White House long term, or what's the plan there?
So we just get tired of it. You know, we've done like we got a whole body of zombies up here. Like we have probably destroyed.
Zombie Mountain.
Yeah, we've destroyed 22,000 to 33 million zombies somewhere
Okay,
within the
I
first
heard
seven
about that.
days.
Yeah, I heard
And
about that.
we're like, screw it, man. We're going to save America. So we get in this big monster truck. We have Creed blaring, drinking Bush Light as we go down and mow through every single zombie we see.
I heard Creed increases zombie killability. Like
It
just
does.
hearing Creed gives
Can
you
you
like
take
10%.
me higher?
It
I'm just.
gives you 10% damage to zombies
That's
immediately.
right.
Like you just so that actually like in a funny way leads to my next question, which is do you go on rescue missions? Do you go out and try to save
The
your
Huz.
family, your friends, yeah, whoever?
I'm going to say the Huz.
Okay. So I feel like that would be the Batista way.
That's right.
I feel like Batista would definitely be down with that. But like, if you, because okay, so you're at the White House, you're a Batista, you're doing your thing, but like, you have family, you have friends that are, not as safe or locked down, that aren't killing a million zombies. Are you going
33
out? Are you
million.
trying to? Oh my, I'm very sorry. You got a kill streak going. My bad. But is that something like? Do you think you would leave your defensible area and try to go and collect up people and bring them back to you, or do you
Certain
think it's
people.
safer to leave them?
Certain people for sure. There's some that's like either like if you're over 40, sucks to suck. I mean, you've lived
Okay.
40 years. I'm not worried about you. You know, like it is what it is.
It's okay, Crispy. We're not 40 yet. We're
Like
good.
I'd still save y'all, but like
We're
I
good.
think the first priority of people that I would save would be the hot women. You know,
Okay.
that'd be
Makes
like the
sense.
main order of business. So like me and Batista pull up to Sydney Sweeney's house. I come out there and just
I feel okay. You know what's horrible is like how many dudes that's their plan. You know what I mean? You pull up to Sydney Sweeney's and there's like all these just a line of just fedora wearing, just there's like a human shield of just sweaty, sad looking, depressed guys.
But how many
Just
of these
like,
satty, sweaty, depressed guys have Batista and a monster truck blaring Creed and Bush Light?
that's right.
one of them has Hulk Hogan and a bald eagle. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other. One of them has Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Keystone Light.
That's a depressing one. But I'd save some people for sure. Like it's just according, really. Like if you're gonna hold me back, no. Like I'm
Okay.
sorry, my mom, she's gone. She'd hold me back. Um, most of the
And over
people,
40, so.
that's right, she's gone.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
she's just. I'm gonna lead all the zombies here too, and they're just gonna feast on her for a couple of years probably. Um, Honestly, I'm not really saving anyone but myself. I'm an
Okay.
egotistical, narcissistic a-hole, so I'm really just worried about myself in that
Hey,
situation.
that's valid, though. It really is a valid answer because it's like, at what point are you hindering yourself by trying to help somebody else and then you're both dead? You know what I mean? Crispy, what about you? Like, it's a little different because you have kids.
I'm definitely focused on my family's safety.
Okay.
My kids. my parents, my sister, like the immediate,
The
like
immediate, yeah.
that is my
There's
like.
somebody I'm saving. There is one family member of Crispy's that I'm saving though.
Oh snap! I have a feeling that Crispy's family is gonna be extra safe. Okay.
Right.
I will leave this podcast right now. You watch your.
Okay. So here's the thing. All right. I so once I have everything defended and like I know my family's safe and like they have their weapons, they have whatever, I don't really care. Like if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out. I would rather die trying to save somebody than just chilling there doing whatever. So it depends. Like if I get a call and somebody's like 2 hours away, I would probably try to go defend them or like bring them to me or whatever. But like, let's be realistic. If Chris hits me up and you're in Cali, okay, or whatever, I don't know, where's the Mall of America? Minnesota?
Yeah, it's Minnesota.
So Minnesota, okay. So you're in Minnesota. That is so far away. And think gasoline, whatever. Like, there's no way I could physically make it to you.
Well, you have
That is
unlimited gasoline though.
Well, do I?
Yeah, you pick gasoline as one of the things.
Well, I didn't know that meant I had unlimited.
No,
That's
you
just something
still
I'm
it
trying
still
to
runs
lock
out.
down. Yeah, it still runs out. Like, plus, think about it. Infrastructure is going to go down quick. There's going to be cars broken down on the sides of the road. There's going to be whatever. That's why I'm saying like 2 hours is probably the furthest I'm willing to get away from where I'm going, because if I did have to make it back, even though I've lost a ton of weight, it would still take me probably like a good amount of days to walk back a 2 hour drive. You know what I mean? Like,
I want to propose a question to this scenario,
sure.
and Jared's already answered it. So between me, I guess between me and you, because who would be your celebrity survival buddy? Because Jared's got Dave Batista, so he's
And Sydney
flying.
Sweeney. Also,
Well, you saved Sydney Sweeney,
So he has
that's
two.
different.
He has two. We get two. Then.
Okay, we get two. We get two. There we go.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I really don't want to drink my own pee. I was gonna say Bear Grylls, but I really don't want to drink my own pee, just because I'm thinking like survival. You know what I mean? I feel like that man, could survive off like a pig fart and a smile. You know what I'm saying?
Pig.
Like I just feel like no matter what, he's making it. I don't know. Do you have yours offhand? I gotta think for a second.
Well, it's kind of tough because my first thought when Jared said Dave Batista, I'm thinking The Rock. Okay, but Rock's getting up there in age. But like, if I could pick an era, I'd pick Prime Rock. Like when he did, because you see that San Andreas
Now we're going
movie?
back in time.
I'm just saying, if I could, obviously I
we're-
can.
we got time travel and zombies.
Yeah, we do. No, I don't know, because I was thinking, I'm like, who would I
If we're
want?
going wrestlers, if you're getting, there's one wrestler that is the correct choice then, and I'm going with the Brock Lesnar, because the Hunter,
Yeah.
he'll be able to easily. I feel like somebody that would be able to easily defend. I feel like
All right,
he
so
would be
one
somebody that
wrestler,
could-
one average celebrity. Okay, so
Whoa. Selena, whatever her name is not
Sydney
average.
Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
She's not one celebrity. Is that
Okay,
better?
moving forward.
All right,
Yeah.
so Brock Lesnar, and if I'm
You can't take Brock Lesnar.
I pointed at you. Open your eyes. I said Brock
no.
Lesnar. You pick Brock Lesnar.
Well, what I see is this. You're like,
You don't know I'm like this.
You're like Brock Lesnar.
So if I were to pick, okay, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that because Brock Lesnar is a big hunter. Like he would help. He would tear through those zombies.
Plus, if I needed to break down wood, I needed to do like I feel like he's he grew up on a farm, like he worked on a dairy farm. I feel
He
like
also
he would just be
lives
very
on a
useful.
farm too. Like he lives
what I'm
like
saying.
in the middle of nowhere.
I would still have to say I'm going The Rock, man. The Rock, he's still, for his age, he's still jacked. He's still working out every day. I think he would be
He's
pivotal.
a liability. He's got a lot of family you're gonna have to go save.
He can save them. He
They
can
got
save them.
they got a ton of
But hey,
bloodline.
if we
Okay,
say, bro, if we save Roman Reigns, Solo
Sami
Sikoa,
Zayn.
Sami Zayn is honorary.
Yep, there you
Roman
go.
Reigns, Jimmy, Jay Uso. If we save all, bro, I've got a
All
stacked
the
team of
non-wrestling
people.
fans are already gone. All the
They are,
non-wrestling
but
fans are
I'm
like,
just
we're
saying,
done.
if I've got the Fatus and the Anawais, I've got a stacked roster of people to fight these zombies.
Okay.
And my average celebrity, I'm taking fucking Tony. What's his last name? Heathcliff. I need the laughs.
Oh, Hinchcliffe.
Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Hinchcliffe. Tony Hinchcliffe. 'Cause
Tony
I need the laughs,
Hinchcliffe.
bro.
He's from Kill Tony.
Kill Tony. Yeah.
It's
He was the one that
the
roasted
number
Tom
one
Brady.
podcast
That brought
in
up
the
Dana
world.
White.
It's the number one comedy podcast, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I love Tony Hinchcliffe, but not bringing him on my zombie apocalypse. My apology. I don't know. This is so hard.
I need the entertainment, bro, because The Rock's not going to make me laugh. He's not that funny. So I need somebody to just sit there and crack jokes.
I'm not.
And then
You think I
it might
got Sydney
end up with
Sweeney
him
for the
getting-
laughs?
Huh?
We're not getting into what you're getting Sydney Sweeney for. We're not even broaching that topic. Mine's gonna be a weird one. You guys probably don't even know who this is, but it's gonna be Alton Brown. He's like a celebrity chef. But he's like he had a show called Good Eats, and he does like Cutthroat Kitchen, some other stuff. But like, he's just very intelligent. He's very nerdy. He does like a lot of educational stuff and like science-based things. And he also can cook.
You're taking a
and I
big
feel like-
nerd.
So I have somebody who can help me hunt and fortify and is strong and can like break down materials. And I have someone who can cook and turn anything into food. Cause again, it's mental. So somebody who can turn what little things we have into, delicious meals.
Yeah, but do you
again-
have Creed blaring? I don't think so.
I do not have Creed blaring, but we do have someone found a Dave Matthews Band CD, so I've listened to Crash Into Me for like 36 times. But
So wait, so you guys got these. Is this why I got stuck with 30 Seconds to Mars? What the hell, guys?
That's right. 30 Seconds to Mars would be dope zombie killing music. I'm just saying.
You're not. You have a point. You have a point, but I just
I
thought
wish
the
I
most
knew more
random
lyrics.
band
I
could
just
think
know
of.
what the lyrics sound like. That's the thing. I can scream what they sound like. I don't know the actual lyrics. But 30 Seconds to Mars would be dope zombie killing music. Crash Into Me. I mean, we could kill zombies too, but it's just like saxophone rock. I don't know. Anyway, but luckily, the house that we broke into and took over and fortified did have every season of The Office on DVD.
Ooh.
And I had a gas powered generator, so good thing I got some gasoline, because that's worth wasting gas for, is watching The Office again. And eventually, Crispy and I and our friend Sean will be ranking all of The Office characters at some point, so be looking for that. Okay. Gross.
Yeah, dude, The Office is so unfunny.
You haven't even tried.
Okay. So I think overall we have some pretty solid plans, but if we were all together, of course, I feel like we would survive. I think Jared's probably gonna do the best of us because he has a monster truck and Dave Bautista and Creed blaring, and he's got
Unlimited
enough bush
Busch
light
Light.
in his veins. Yeah, he's got enough bush light in his veins that he's not remembering.
He's gonna run up and headbutt a zombie.
I was gonna say he gets
That's
bit
after
like 7
helicoptering
times
them.
and just he gets bit 7 times and doesn't even turn into a zombie because he's just so keyed up on bush light.
It turns them zombies into Americans.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Just bald eagles. They immediately turn into bald eagles. This definitely, we all had 3 different tracks that this went, but this is
also,
exactly what I was hoping for.
to be fair, so I kind of done mine like I would want to see a movie, and I like zombie comedies more than like regular zombie movies, you know?
I think you would still do good as a zombie comedy. Like,
yeah,
let's
for
be
sure.
for real. Your plan right there, if you can execute that, that's a solid plan.
I should have picked Simon Pegg. I should have picked, because he knows.
Oh, yeah,
knows
he
how to
does. He
survive
does.
this.
He's done it.
Yep, that's right. Have you seen Shaun of the Dead, Crispy? Bro, we need to watch. Okay, so we're going to get together. We're going to watch Zombieland and we're going to watch Shaun of the Dead. And these are required viewing for our friendship. Okay,
I'm
these are
telling you, man.
absolutely
We
required
could
viewing.
record these and get back. We're
These,
still
I
doing
haven't seen
Terrifier 2.
Shaun of the Dead in a
Just so
while
I'm Terrifier 3. Just so everybody in the
because I haven't
audience
seen
is
it.
clear, when Terrifier 3 releases on a streaming platform, you're gonna get a live reaction from me and Hugz. Jared's seen it like 3 times already, so
I'm not excited for it. Like, I
I'm not
really
either,
want to
but
see
I
it.
want to do it.
I'm not excited to. Okay, so I'm excited to watch it. I'm not excited to have my reaction recorded watching it because I'm a grown adult man.
What do you
And
mean?
because I just know I'm gonna
You're
have to like pretend to be not scared, and it's not
I'm
gonna
letting it
work.
all out. I'm letting it all out.
Well,
Y'all
okay,
can
and
see this
again,
grown
I won't
man
be
cry.
scared. I won't be scared because that type of stuff doesn't scare me. But I'm gonna be
Grossed out. Yep. Same.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I
the
want to be
thing.
the only one sitting here smiling and look like the psychopath.
Bro, you should wear Art the Clown makeup. Should totally do it. I think that'd be hilarious.
Just
One time, so just as an aside before we finish this off, one time when I did a reaction, I used to react to Avatar The Last Airbender, like the TV show. And when we were finishing up the series, I actually did the Aang arrow on my forehead, if you guys have ever seen. Like, I did the whole, like, I did paint, whatever. Yeah. So anyway, and I had a shaved head too, so that also helped because it was like, yeah. Because back in the day, I
that
had
was
no
when you were
facial
like
hair and a shaved
300
head.
pounds heavier,
Yeah.
huh?
It's, yeah, rough about 250, 260 roughly. But anyway, solid episode. I really like how this came together. We got the official Scaranoia zombie survival guide. I want to know in the comments what you think your version would be. Would you go the Chris route, the Jared route, or would you go my route? Are you going like a large area that's a commercial area? Are you going like zombie comedy all out, trying to find your favorite celebrities and just going nuts and drinking whatever your drinking choice is? Or are you going out in the woods and trying to go the kind of quieter, more rural route? I'm curious what people would do, because I feel like each one of them was a valid approach at this, and I had a lot of fun doing this. It was kind of like a little game. It was kind of like a fun little what would you do. I want to do more of these in the future. Hopefully you guys want to as well.
Oh,
Hopefully
I'm
you guys
down.
liked it.
For sure.
So down.
But we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.